how I achieve this base using Morphe and Versed products and how I get this St. Patrick's Day eye revisited with the Dreamscape palette, then stay tuned. Happy Thursday. We are closing in on the weekend fast. Welcome to the Daily Beauty Story. My name is Amanda Hall. I'm 55 years old. I have extremely dry skin. I have lots of fine lines and some deeper wrinkling. I have deep set eyes and I have a cool olive undertone. Now, if that isn't a mouthful, we are back at playing with these Versed products. These will probably be the last day. I know I said that yesterday, but I'm just really still trying to figure out this foundation. It goes on looking yeah. So let's just create this beauty story. All right, back to the Morphe concealer. This is a new release, Buff 4C. So this is a cool undertone, and I have to say I'm really liking this. This concealer. It's bright enough, but it's also close enough to my skin color that I'm really enjoying that concealer. I like the tone of it, and you know, I don't have a lot of concealers that I've kept in my collection, my personal stash. But this might be just that one that makes its way over there. I have the Pretty Fresh from ColourPop. That's pretty much one of my holy grails. I have the Bear With Me concealer from NYX that I really like. And then let's see, what else do I have out there? I have the Juvia's Place I Am Magic concealer, and that's pretty much it. Ones that I have kept in my stash. And so this may move in there. You'll have to wait till the month end to figure that out or not, but I'm really liking it so far. Okay, so this foundation has still been confusing me. It goes on very oily. It looks a little Tin Man, if I had to say something about it. But I feel like during the day it sets down a little bit and like turns a little more satin, but it looks glowy. I don't know, still quite, the jury is out on this. At least I have a few thoughts, but I still want to play with this some more and figure it out because it's a little confusing to me. I like that it's an olive undertone, except that it is a little on the warmer side of olive. You know, it's harder to find even a cool olive undertone. It's close enough because it has the olive in it that I can get away with it without it looking too warm or too bad throughout the day with all the other things I put on. But I don't know. I just haven't quite gotten my feelings wrapped around this because it does feel, it feels very nice on the skin. I will say that I do like, how it feels. It feels moisturizing. It doesn't feel heavy. I don't know. I'm really struggling with the way it looks. Get my hair out of my face a little bit here. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Why I'm struggling so much with that. We'll see. I don't know if it really shows up on camera all that much, but it does just, it feels moisturizing. It just, to me, it looks oily. And as much as I have dry skin and would love for my skin to look dewy and that, this just doesn't make me feel that great about the way my skin looks, at least at first application. Like later on in the day, I feel like it does a little bit better, but I just, I want that feeling from my foundation like right away. I don't want to have to wait for, you know, maybe my dryness of my skin to come through to kind of mellow it out, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm just going to go back into the Juvia's Place Nutmeg Bronzer. I just like the way that this has been looking lately. So there is the color in Nutmeg. And any special Thursday plans? I know yesterday talked about March Madness starting, and it actually officially starts today. Today is all, I mean, there's tons and tons of basketball going on today over multiple channels. It's crazy to me. My family has always been big basketball family, and especially college basketball. I want to say this is probably one of the first years in a while. I think I shared this yesterday, where I'm not doing a bracket. I don't know. I just have not felt as motivated this year with that type of stuff. I haven't watched a lot of college basketball. I've watched some, but I haven't watched a ton. It's interesting, you know, the turn that life takes you sometimes. Things that were something that you did all the time now just don't resonate as much as they used to. It's really given me some pause to think, you know, about why I watch so much sports, and why now I don't watch as much. I mean, I really don't watch as much sports as I used to. So I found that a little interesting, how certain family dynamics switch, and when there's not a presence of big time sports watchers in your life, how that kind of has shifted my watching. I am very much that kind of murder mystery girl. I love to watch that type of stuff. So it's interesting. I just thought it was a fascinating thought I had about my watching preferences. I'm just wondering, do you have something that maybe as a, you know, mom of teenage kids, or, you know, things that used to interest you, you don't find now, maybe in just this stage of life? Maybe it's just this stage of life, this age, although my dad still loves sports. In fact, he loves horse racing. I mean, he loves all sports. I think he listens to sports all the time. Podcasts, and you know, my dad's in his late 70s, and he's listening to podcasts, and it's fun. But I just wonder, for me, if this female stage of life where I had been interested in sports for so long, for my son and for my family, that it just has shifted differently. Just food for my thought, actually, just talking out loud as I'm getting ready here. This was the Versed blush in Deco. This will be the last day I use these. I've got some new things in my little drawer over there that I want to give a try, that wouldn't make it into like a full first impressions video, but I wanted to give it a try, so we're going to be giving those a try here. So that is this, and this is in the color Polished. I believe they have like 6 or 7 of the blush colors and 3 of the highlighter colors in the Versed. I'm going to go ahead and use this Cloud Light by Morphe. I've really been enjoying how my under eyes look with this, with the combination, the Morphe combination. I've just been really liking it. So I'm curious, what social media platforms do you guys gravitate towards? Are you YouTube watchers and consumers? Do you watch TikTok? Do you Are you mostly on Instagram or Facebook? Do you like Pinterest? Are you on LinkedIn? Oop, I throw my brush, dang it. What social medias do you gravitate towards? I'm just curious. I mean, I specifically go to Pinterest for style information, for style inspiration. Like those are where I keep my, style boards and what inspires me and that type of thing. I am on Instagram, but I don't know. I'm not like, I'd much rather, I think I shared this a couple days ago, how much I would much rather YouTube became all of the platforms wrapped up in one. That would be my ultimate desire, is to have YouTube be a one-stop shop for all platforms. So whether it's shorts or photos, well, I guess you can kind of do the photos in the community posts and that type of thing. You can do that stuff there. So I don't mind that. I guess the thing that you don't have as much is like instant messaging or DMing. So yeah, I don't know. I think I need to learn to do YouTube better. That's one of my goals for this summer, is to learn YouTube better, because this is really where I consume a ton of content. I watch, I have a premium version, so I don't get ads. So I watch a lot of TV shows without commercials, which I kind of like. And I consume a lot of shows that way. And so, along with the people that I subscribe to and follow, but I like true crime. I like murder mysteries. I'm just fascinated by that stuff. The psychology behind it, I guess, is what. So it's just fascinating to me. And so it's interesting, like I said a little earlier, how our consuming shifts, what we like to watch, what we like to do, especially, in a more middle age. And, my consumption is different because my family dynamic is different. I don't have, active sports watchers with me. And I'm finding the things that I enjoy watching. And don't get me wrong, I love watching sports, but that's something I like doing with other people, not by myself. So now, don't get me wrong, fantasy football season rolls around. I did have fun with my fantasy football team. I will admit that. So I did watch, I didn't watch regular football. I watched Red Zone because that's what my family subscribes to. So that's what I watch. But yeah, fantasy football, it's all on. It's all on. So I just use the NYX micro brow pencil in ash brown. I'm using the Build-A-Brow, Maybelline Build-A-Brow in ash brown. And I've been, doing this kind of double thing on my brows, drawing them in and then adding a little bit. I'll laugh because I talked about dimension yesterday. Just adding a little bit to this. So just to give it a little extra oomph. And then I've been just using the gel on the other end of the pen, just because it's convenient and it's there and I like it. I just think this pen and the NYX pen they're both just really, really great pens. The Lift and Snatch by NYX. I like that one a lot too. Okay, it is eyeshadow time. Back in Dreamscape, Let's see, what am I gonna do today? I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go green today because I haven't done the greens yet. I did the blues, I've done the pinks, I've done the purples, so we are gonna have to go green. And so what I think I'm gonna do is, I think this is where we're gonna play. We're gonna play with Surreal, which is this darker green. We're gonna play with Fantasy, this green right here. We're gonna play a little bit with Ethereal and with Realm. And then I think we might go over to this more champagne color here and do that in the brow highlight and lid area. So we'll see. We just play. So I think I'm going to start with Surreal. And again, I might do a combination of Surreal and Realm just to kind of give it a little bit of a lighter touch. I'm going in with my bigger, with my more bigger, actually, yeah, we'll do this together. Tap that off and then just bring this in. Just want that light hint of green up there. We'll, you know, make it a little more, play a little more with the darker colors in the crease area, but just give us a base up here to work from. So I just combined Surreal and Realm, which is kind of that minty green, really light color, and then the darker color in the palette. So blending is not my I'm not really the best blender in the entire world, but it is what it is. Okay, let me see that. Okay, so I think I do want to go a little bit darker. So I'm going to go down to the next brush down. This is a little denser. There is a lot of kickback on these colors. I don't mind it because they're so pigmented and so pretty. I mean, just so pretty. Do you have any plans for tonight? I have a leadership meeting at the church. So that's my plan for tonight. And then I teach a Bible study on Friday night. So that's what I'll be doing Friday night. And I got to prepare a little bit for that today. And so a little bit of work to do for the leadership meeting tonight. I'm going to print out the agenda and do some of those things. So got a little bit of outside of what I do work to do today. But I love doing this, sharing the style, but I do love helping my church too with my gift of administration. I think I talked about this before. Do you find that you have gifts and talents that you have that you're really good at sharing with others, doing for others, but aren't as good as doing it for yourself? I do find that is something that I struggle with sometimes. I'm super organized. I'm good at administrative type stuff. Yet I don't sometimes feel as motivated to do that for myself. That's probably what it is. I'm motivated to do the good work for outside people, for the church, or for, you know, people that I'm helping with certain projects. But I'm just not as good at doing that for myself. Not as motivated, I guess would be the right word for that. I think now, let's see here. I think I'm going to add where I put that darker green, I think I'm going to go in with Fantasy and kind of lighten that up a little bit and just see what this color looks like. Maybe just bring a little bit of shimmer to that. Is that really doing anything? I don't know if it's really doing anything. More shimmer. Okay, yeah, it's doing a little bit here. This other green is much warmer, so I wanted to see what this would do. So, let's see here. I think I'm actually going to go in with these two. So I'm going to go in with Surreal and Fantasy under the eyes. So I'm going to use that. I'll tap it off a little bit and then use this. And then we'll just run it along the lower lash line. Just to kind of pull all this look together. There we go. And here. Yesterday it was like 80 degrees outside. Today it's supposed to be like in the 50s. Very crazy weather. It was pouring rain this morning. It woke me up early. So yeah. Weather. All right, so we're gonna go in with Ethereal on the lid. Just gonna use my finger. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. Wow. This would have been a good St. Patrick's Day look. What is the day today? Is today the first day of spring? What's the day today? Let's see. Monday was the 17th, Tuesday's the 18th. Oh no, so today's the 17th, Tuesday, Thursday. Oh. Yeah, it's the 20th. I thought spring was the 21st. Is spring the 21st or is today the first day of spring? This is definitely springtime colors. Definitely springy colors we're going for today. Nothing like a bold green eye. Yeah. Yep. That color is just so stunning. Wow. So pretty. I really like that. I really like that. All right. So now I'm a little scared. I'm not even sure that I could even pull off a look with like these colors. This, you know, kind of mustardy yellow colors. Like, ugh. Oh, that scares me. I don't know if I can go into that one. But we're going to go into Vision, which is this kind of champagne gold up here. And we're going to use that as a brow bone highlight and as an inner corner highlight. I think I asked this yesterday. Do you have any binge-worthy shows that you've watched? On Netflix right now, I'm watching The Perfect Couple. It was, I think I'm on the 3rd or 4th episode. It's a murder mystery. It's pretty interesting. It's got Nicole Kidman and a few others in it. It's okay. I don't think it's spectacular or anything. I know a new episode of The Pit is supposed to launch tonight, so I'm like super excited about that. Of course, I won't be able to watch it at 9 o'clock at night just because I'm half asleep by then. But it will be on my Friday lunchtime viewing pleasure. I watch at least one show during my lunchtime hour that I give myself to do. So what do you think of this green look today? I think I'm liking. You know, I would say out of my top 3, green eyes would be in 3rd place. Yesterday's look, oh my goodness, I was in love with the way that look turned out on the eyes with the purples that I used in this palette. Oh, so pretty. I'm not feeling falsies today, so we're just gonna go back in with my Essence Lash Princess. I know I should switch that up, which reminds me, I gotta pick up a new one of the lash primers. So I can tell I'm starting to get low, and since I use it almost every single day, I can tell I'm starting to get low and need a replacement. So we're just gonna use the Lash Princess. I shared yesterday that the original Lash Princess from Essence, this thing is 10 years old now. Crazy. Sometimes it's hard to believe that, you know, there are certain makeup products that have been on the market for so long, that are just staples, or that brands that stick around for that long. You know, there's, you know, high-end brands like Chanel, that their fashion has been around for forever, but their makeup lines have not. They're more new into the makeup industry. It seems like you see new high-end designers finding their ways into the makeup market. And I think it's partly because of what I like to talk about here, is that there's a cohesiveness to a look, your makeup, your hair, what you're wearing. And I think that, you know, fashion houses and the fashion industry see that. And so they see the blending of brands like Chanel, Dior. You know, they not only see the success of higher end makeup brands like Charlotte Tilbury, some of the bigger brands that are more luxe, Pat McGrath, you know, that they enter into this beauty market along with their high-end fashion. You know, another one I know, it's probably a couple of years ago when they came out with a makeup line, was like Valentino. I mean, obviously I'm not a high-end makeup girly or a high-end clothes shopper, but I do follow the fashion industry. I do follow fashion trends and makeup trends. So I do follow that stuff. So it's interesting to see how some of these big houses, Gucci, they're like starting to get into makeup as well. And I think that, you know, is why I talk about, you know, the whole picture of a woman, the makeup, the hair, the clothing, and putting it all together to express who you are. One of my favorite quotes is by Rachel Zoe. You know, the way you dress speaks without saying a word. You know, what you wear and how you wear it really does say something about who you are. You know, I've shared this on other occasions. You know, as much as we like to think we don't judge a book by its cover, we do. We're human. Most people will look at what someone is wearing or what their outside appearance is and make a judgment on that. And so I am of the mindset, well, if they're going to judge me, I at least want to look my best. I want to say who I am, who I represent, who I am, by the way I dress, by the way I do my makeup, by the way I do my hair. Now, I might be judged. That person might go, oh my God, she's wearing green eyeshadow. She crazy lady. You know, or oh my gosh, that old lady has unholy jeans. You know, and so, you know, people are gonna judge. Why not feel like the best version of you no matter what they think or say or what they're thinking in their mind? I mean, that's kind of how I like to roll. I mean, sure, does it hurt our feelings or does it impact our confidence when we feel like we're being judged for how we dress or how we look? You know, yeah, I mean, it does. You know, people give you weird looks and you kind of, you know, feel like you can feel multiple different ways. You can feel mad, like, freaking stop judging me, you know. Pull the log out of your own eye before you know, sit and pass judgment on me. That's not how that verse is supposed to be taken. But, you know, I want to at least communicate who I am and show up as who I am. No matter what other people think, you know, I love glam eyes. I love putting on colorful eyes. And the funny thing is, I like to dress a little more classic. You know, I have a holy pair of jeans, but most of the time, my jeans are classic colors, more classic silhouettes. I have a wardrobe more of basics. You know, I infuse my personality. You know, I'm a little bit glam, I'm a little bit rock and roll, and I'm a little bit classic. You know, so that's just who I am. And so, you know, I express that not only through my makeup, but my clothing. Some days I could be really super classic in the way I dress, and some days I'm not. I'm a little more on the edgy side. Got a band tee on and ripped jeans. And so, you know, I really don't want us to live in a box. I guess that's what I want to say. You know, just because we're in our midlife, we don't have to dress conform to what people's opinions or thoughts on what a 50-plus-year-old woman should dress or think or wear. We're our own people, and we should make what makes us feel good. We should create beauty stories, create style stories that express who we are and not have to be put into somebody else's box of what they think a older woman of our age, a midlife woman, should look like. Just my little soapbox. But I do find it interesting that a lot of the more design houses are going more towards this combination of makeup lines and fashion. Here's another one of my Awala bottles. So I just thought that was interesting. I was thinking about that. And so I'm just using the mauve lip pencil. As you can see, I've sharpened it a few times. It's starting to get pretty short. Luckily, I have a backup. And so just get this in. And we're going to use the Milani. It definitely was not plumping. At least it didn't feel plumping. Like, I didn't think that my lips looked more plump than normal. So it was a pretty color. And I'm definitely going to switch it up tomorrow. I can't wait for my ColourPop order to come in. I know that because they're in California, it does usually take anywhere from 5 to 7 days to get to me. Now, it was nice when I was in California and I ordered for them. It was, you know, just a couple day process. So this one I forget is a turn. So I just thought this is it's a pretty pink lip. This is in the color Moy. So if you're interested, I do like a little bit glossier, more sparkly lip, but especially when I'm doing more glam like this, you know, adding extra sparkle to the lip sometimes is overkill. I love it, but I'm definitely just going to keep it a little more on the natural side today. I'm just still figuring out my hair, the length. Wearing it straight like this is not, I'm used to wearing it curly and big and or pulled back. So getting used to this straight hair is a little different. So I play with it a little bit more, trying to give me a little more oomph on the top. So here is the final look for today. All right, well, we are definitely going to be moving on from the Versed products for Friday. So final thoughts. Yeah. I don't think I can. I just don't think I can use this. I don't know. These are two nice products. I like the color wash that this leaves on the cheeks. This may or may not be something that I hold on to. This is just meh for me. It's pretty. I'm loving using this cloud light over top of it. I think it adds a little extra oomph. Kind of don't like having to work that hard. I'd rather just have the product do the work for me. But since I'm using this underneath my under eyes, you know, it's already right there. So it hasn't been too bad. You know, my Juvia's Place, which I love. I am debating on whether we move on from this eyeshadow palette or not. Let me ask you, should I be brave and try to do a look with these colors that are way outside my comfort zone? I'm thinking I should. It scares me. I like these colors don't scare me. These colors scare me. I don't know. What does that say about me? I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe I will break out this palette and play with these colors that really scare me just to see if I can push myself to create a look that will work for me. So we may see this another day or two. We'll see. I know I kind of want to do a really smoky look with these colors down here with this navy. I used this navy already, but I haven't used the black yet, so maybe we'll play. So we'll probably keep this in the rotation for a day or two more just because there's so many colors in this palette. You know, this is a nice product. I don't know that it'll make it into my personal stash. It is a really pretty color. I will say that. It is the perfect cool tone pink for my lips, so who knows, maybe it will. So remember, every piece of makeup in your collection serves a purpose, and together they can create a beauty story. So why not be intentional, buy products that make you feel and look your best, and create a beauty story you will love. See you tomorrow.